Ted Turner was an owner of many sports teams here in Atlanta, which included the Atlanta Hawks for over 2 decades. So joining me now to talk about the life and legacy of Ted Turner is the CEO of the Atlanta Hawks, Steve Koonin. Steve, appreciate your time as always. You know, you've had a front row seat to Ted's impact for a very long time. How do you begin to measure the impact on professional sports and media, not just here in Atlanta, but across the country that Ted had?
I'm not sure there's a handful of people that you can name that have affected modern media more than Ted. He saw the value of sports very early. And when I was fortunate enough to work directly for him, running TBS and TNT and Turner Classic Movies, I asked him, why did you come up with this mix of sports and movies and entertainment? And his answer surprised me. He thought the production of sports and movies was so far superior to anything that he could afford to make that he wanted the airwaves of Turner networks to look fantastic. And he felt sports was something that both took up time and duration, 3-hour baseball game, 2.5-hour basketball game, but always had live drama that he couldn't create scripted. And the same thing for his incredible love of movies, that it was the highest production quality that could be put on the screen.
Steve, you're talking. Oh, go ahead.
No, vision like that just doesn't exist anymore.
You're talking about the 14 years that you spent with Turner Broadcasting. How do you think that he changed the trajectory of media, not just here in Atlanta, but even all over the country?
I think he did it twice. I think first with the Superstation, using technology, satellites to deliver in every household in America. But what CNN did for the world, I mean, literally it became the most trusted news source in 215 countries, you know, and while he was the first, he created something that became essential in all of our lives. You know, as I traveled all over the world, as soon as you got into the hotel room, you were longing for something familiar. And there's CNN. When there was a situation and there was 9/11, CNN. And every time that, whether it's a presidential election or compelling news, you went to CNN no matter where you were in the world. And nobody accomplished anything like that, global network. So, you know, he ranged from the ridiculous, pushing baseballs and riding ostriches as the owner of a baseball team, to the visionary of being able to connect the world through satellite and television. I mean, it's breathtaking what the man did.
How did Ted put Atlanta on the map?
There were 3 things when tourists came to Atlanta they wanted to see. They wanted to see where Coca-Cola was made, where CNN was produced, and where Gone with the Wind mansion existed. 2 of those 3 were real, Coke and CNN. It just became a household name for all of us. And I'm sure he never intended it to be a household name. But to have something, great ideas usually last a short period of time. You look at the body of Ted Turner's work, it's lasted 40 years and will last for 40 more, and whatever digital distribution is in our future. But the essence of 24-hour news, the essence of live sports, the essence of great theatrical storytelling, Ted brought all of that and then made Atlanta, Georgia, the entertainment capital of the world.
Among the many things that are tied to Ted's legacy, of course, he was an owner of many different sports teams. We talked about the Hawks being one of them. Playoffs 15 times under his ownership. There's a banner in the rafters at State Farm Arena to honor him. What do you think his legacy will be like around the Hawks organization?
We call it using our inner Ted. It literally is part of the culture. It's a part of the creativity. It's coming up with audacious ideas. It's trying different things. It's connecting to new audiences and communities. And I think his spirit will live forever.
When you talk about channeling your inner Ted, what's something that you remember in your interactions with Ted, not just when it comes to sports, but also your time at Turner as well?
He might be the funniest person I've ever talked to, and I worked with comedians for more than a decade. You would be in a meeting with him and your sides would ache from laughing. I also think when it comes to Ted and the Hawks, Last week when we were playing the Knicks, his son-in-law was at the game, which surprised me because Ted had been in hospice for a couple of weeks and we knew that. And I said, "Hey, how's Ted? It's great seeing you here." He said, one of Ted's biggest disappointments in life was he never won an NBA championship. And he was hoping that happened in his lifetime. And I'm hopeful we can deliver one for him in the future.
I'm hopeful as well. Steve, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it and all of the memories that you shared about Ted Turner's life and legacy.
Thank you, Maria Martin. You're wonderful. Talk to you soon.